Hello guys, welcome to another edition of Atort Tutorials. Today I am going to do a redo video on one that I had with my D500, and I talked about Wi-Fi in the title, and I know it wasn't really that thorough and people had some comments, and I'm going to go and address those comments right now. So this is going to be much more thorough and touch over everything to get your camera and phone communicating using Snapbridge. So without further ado, the first thing we're going to do is go to the App Store and find Snapbridge. I'm going to search for that. S-N-A-P Bridge. There we go. I'm going to download it. So this is the app from Nikon that has gotten a lot better. There's still some bugs and it still doesn't act completely amazing sometimes, but for the most part, much better than it was when I recorded that video. So it's a lot less buggy, a lot more consistent, and let's start by opening the app. So we're going to open the app up. There we go. Snapbridge would like to access your photos. Okay, and allow that. And then from here, we're going to go to our camera body. We're going to hit the menu button. We're going to scroll down, not movie shooting, not custom. We're going to go to the setup menu. And right here in Snapbridge app, it says, welcome to Snapbridge. Let Snapbridge together with your Nikon camera open the doors to rich imaging experience. Connect the camera. So we're going to have digital SLR, mirrorless. I have a D850, so this is a digital SLR camera. I'm going to press that, and then it's going to kind of walk through. Right now it's searching for my camera, and what we do now when it's at this screen is scroll down in the setup menu, and it's showing you that. It says connect to smart device. So I mean the instructions are really thorough, or thorough enough. We're going to find that in the menu of our camera, connect the smart device. We're going to start the pairing process by hitting start. And now we have this pop up and it's searching for the camera down in the bottom of my iPhone, you can see. There we go. Now it populated my D850 right here. Select the camera, so we're going to press the screen on the iPhone. And now it says pair with camera. Following on-screen instructions, select camera name and tap pair. Understood. To complete the pairing process, press the OK button on the camera. So again, make sure we understand this because this is kind of the finalization of pairing the camera, and it's important. A lot of people don't apparently know because they're emphasizing that. So it's saying connecting to camera. Please wait. Select an accessory. And this is the key thing. When you select your camera on the iPhone, you're going to hit D850, hit pair, so pair. And then when you do that, that's when you hit OK. Press OK on the back of your camera. Now it says your camera and smart device are connected. Snapbridge will send your photos to your smart device as they are taken. Done. I'm going to turn auto link on. This is the way it's going to automatically connect to my camera, and hit done. And then it says allow Snapbridge to access your location. I'm going to put only use while in the app. Hit OK out of that. These are just some little screens. Pairing complete, connected the camera. OK. Now I'm going to hit OK on my D850, and it's going to say download location data from smart device, yes. Sync clock with smart device, yes. And done. So now we are communicating with our smartphone. So on the iPhone, it says tap the display. It's going to kind of walk you through the little buttons, check camera connection. So this little icon up here is our Bluetooth. That's how we're going to tell whether or not we're connected to our camera via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. So again, we're going to talk about that in a second. You have two options to connect to. And then it's going to say this little camera roll area, view images downloaded from the camera. Nikon's cloud sharing service is to the left, to the right. Snapbridge would like to send you notifications. I'm going to say don't allow. That's just me, but you can easily allow it. So right now, one of the things that I kind of talked about more in the previous video was actually sending a file over to your camera. So say I have a picture. I don't even know if I have anything on this memory card, so I'm going to take a shot right now of the scene. There we go. Actually, I believe I was in JPEG. I'm going to shoot RAW right now. So I'm going to shoot a RAW file. I have it on timer, but be patient with me. So this is a RAW file. As you saw, the JPEG automatically transferred over to my camera, and you don't need to have that set up. You can actually turn that off by turning this auto link off. But if I have a raw file, what you need to do, and this is kind of what I talked about in my previous video, a lot of people aren't aware of this. If I hit this little I button, the select the smart device is grayed out. So in order to get this raw file to my phone, I have to go into the play menu and see it. And now, again, it's grayed out, can't do anything with it. So I'm going to touch menu, and I'm going to go down to my retouch menu, which is one below the setup menu. And as you see, there's NEF raw processing. So I'm going to scroll and hit that. I'm going to depress that, select the image that I want. I only have one raw shot right now. I'm going to hit OK. Boom. Whoop. Hard to do with one hand. NEF, select, and then hit OK. And now from here, we can do anything we want. Almost, well, not anything, but we can have some kind of control over the raw file, almost like we're in camera raw. I can lighten the exposure. I can change the white balance. So we can do some little in-camera things to process out the file into a JPEG. You can control the actual image quality. I keep it at fine with the little star, so it's the highest resolution for the JPEG. And then we're going to hit execute. And then once we execute it, now it's converted from a RAW to a JPEG. So the RAW is still on the camera, don't worry about that. And then we're going to hit this little I button to the left of the info button, and we're going to hit select to send the smart device. So now you have this little double arrow, which means it's communicating. And if you see over here, there's a little progress bar. That's showing that the camera is now receiving, the iPhone's now receiving the file from the camera. So now if we're connected through the Bluetooth, and again, if we take another shot, say I take one more raw shot, I know it's kind of confusing because it's the same scene of a beautiful home, we can actually take this file if we wanted to, and you can do little things too, like trim the file. So if you take this and trim the raw, you can go and take a little scene, and this will actually give you the same 2 megapixel resolution of that actual scene. So I can take that, hit OK, and it will crop down in camera and give me just that scene. And now I can transfer, since I converted it from a RAW to a JPEG, I can now transfer that to my iPhone. And as you see, you're going to see a little progress bar, and now it's chugging away and giving my iPhone the image. And then we'll see if we can hit this little camera button up in the middle. It will show you, it will populate, boom. So now we have that shot we just cropped in camera, and it will give me the full 2 megapixel image with the metadata and everything. So the main thing that everyone had an issue with was saying I didn't touch on Wi-Fi. So essentially, we're not going to be able to do anything that we just did if the camera doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi. So this Bluetooth connectivity is essentially the same in a lot of ways as Wi-Fi. But if we want to connect the camera to Wi-Fi specifically, what we're going to do is first make sure the camera's communicating. And there we go. Now it's picked up, it's paired to my camera, but what we do in order to utilize and change this little icon from Bluetooth to Wi-Fi, and this is again what I didn't talk about on my previous video, which I should have, is if you hit download pictures, it's going to say enable the camera Wi-Fi. You must switch to Wi-Fi to use this feature. Note some time may be required to switch. So now this isn't utilizing the Wi-Fi in your home. This is only talking about the camera's Wi-Fi and the signal that it's emitting. So we're going to hit OK, and it's going to say connecting to camera, starting camera Wi-Fi, please wait. It's going to ask us to join. We're going to hit yes, join. And it should go through. You can see the little yellow progress bar circulate. And now it's going to show the advantage of having the Wi-Fi or connecting via Wi-Fi is you can see it's going to be quicker first off than Bluetooth, which again, Bluetooth is quick if you're just doing one-offs here and there. And Bluetooth for me is what I use 90% of the time, if not more, because it allows me to be in the field, take a shot, transfer to my iPhone really quick when I process it out from a raw file in camera, and be up and running and sharing it to social media, Instagram, whatever I want to do. But if you want to look at all the pictures on your memory card, you can go here and there's a little top area that says all pictures, and it will access your card. Getting info, please wait. So sometimes it's not necessarily the quickest thing, but we have to be patient and practice our Zen. And let me see, hopefully it will kind of go through. Okay, so right now it said the connection to the camera has failed. Try again. See, this is one of the things. So this is a real life example of sometimes this thing not playing nicely. So we're going to go ahead and hit download pictures, enable camera Wi-Fi one more time. Now I have no reason, I have a full battery. Things should be the exact way they just were by connecting. And there we go, ask us to join. Hopefully this goes through for the purpose of the video without having me to take time to troubleshoot. And again, one of the things to troubleshoot, sometimes I'll physically take out the camera battery, put it back in to reset the camera. Worst case scenario, you can force quit the app. You can actually delete the app and re-download it. So sometimes you do have to get a little finicky and try to figure it out. But now again, with built-in Wi-Fi, which you can't do with the Bluetooth, it allows you to access all the pictures on your memory card. So it's going to show you slot 1. I only have a few pictures on this, mind you, that I just shot. But it will show you all the JPEGs. Now it won't read your RAW files, so if you shoot RAW, it's not going to populate on your memory card. But if you shoot RAW and JPEG, for example, it will populate every image that you have on the memory card, so you could easily view, go through, edit, or not edit, but you can go through and edit down what images you want to transfer to your phone and do it that way. So that's one of the advantages, and it's quicker again than Bluetooth. So that's an advantage of using the Wi-Fi feature. And the other one, which is important on the app, is the remote photography side of it. So as you heard, it just lifted up my mirror, and now it's giving me the ability to see and shoot remotely if my camera's on a tripod. So as you see, if you take a picture, it will give you this little dialog box. So if you're shooting with the remote option, it'll say NEF, NRW, RAW, and TIFF formats are supported, but the resulting photos will not be downloaded to the smart device. So if you're shooting in RAW when you're using remote photography or remote shooting, it won't actually go to your iPhone. So I'm going to OK out of that. Now again, if I hit the shutter button, my mirror is now up. I don't know why it's taking a second to shoot. There we go. So I'm going to switch, for the sake of the video, really quickly to, I don't know if I can actually do that in camera. I don't believe I can. But you can change your white balance, for example. You can change your shutter speed, your ISO, your exposure compensation, your f-stop. So you have pretty good control over the functionality of your camera while you're shooting. But again, if you're going to be going into remote shooting, and this, again, the most important thing to know, in my opinion, is that you can't do this when you're connected to Bluetooth. You have to do this when you're using the Wi-Fi. So this little Wi-Fi symbol is what I didn't really touch on last time. This is going to be the indication or the indicator that you're connected through your camera's Wi-Fi and not Bluetooth. And this is going to give you the ability to use the remote photography aspect of the phone and app, and also download pictures from the entire card as opposed to just one individual here and there. And again, I can depress this, or not again. If I go to the Wi-Fi symbol, I can hit that, and this will actually say there's an active Wi-Fi connection and Wi-Fi, yes, and then it will revert back to Bluetooth. And one thing I think that is very important for everyone to be aware of and conscious of is that built-in Wi-Fi allows you to share your moments instantly, essentially. So you don't have to wait until you get home to your computer, download cards. You don't have to have your computer with you if you're traveling, for example. You can take a shot. Say I want to take a shot of this picture of my Osmo I just got, this pocket. I can go in, for this example, I got to get it a live view, go to menu. I can scroll up in my retouch menu, go to trim. I can select the file, and if I want to get really close in on it, for example, now this is a goofy little example, but say I did want to I just got this, I'm excited about it, took a picture. I can now send to my smart device, and you'll see over here, it's going to transfer the file to my phone, and now I can go and play with it in Snapseed, you know, throw a logo on it, do whatever I want, and share, you know, the excitement that I have with my little Osmo Pocket. Or if I'm shooting in South Africa and I just took a shot of a hippo, for example, I don't need my computer there. I can literally transfer this while I'm on the truck, in the boat, you know, just shot some shark footage underwater, whatever. I'm stoked, excited. I can go back into the boat, transfer really quick, process the raw file out of my camera to my phone, and share instantly with social media for the world to see. I don't need to wait an hour, and you do have an advantage and an edge, believe me, on everyone else who's going to go and take another hour or two to get home and cook dinner and deal with whatever they have to deal with life. You can get this out for the world to see instantly. So I would say built-in Wi-Fi is absolutely, like, I wouldn't buy a camera, for example, without Wi-Fi built in. And mind you, right now I'm connected via Bluetooth, so there is the thing to be just conscious of too. I don't necessarily need to connect to Wi-Fi on the camera. So again, it's not anything to do with the Wi-Fi in your home. You know, a lot of people are mistaken thinking the Wi-Fi in your camera is something connecting to your, you know, to your house or whatever, and it's not. It's just sending out, emitting a Wi-Fi signal for your iPhone and smart device to communicate with. So I hope that helps for now, and I hope it sheds some light on my previous video. If you can, show a little support. I'm going to really make 2019 a year to get my YouTube channel growing, and I'll need some love and aloha from you guys, so hit the little subscribe button and give some comments. Hopefully this helps, and anything feedback-wise will help improve my next videos too. So thank you guys. Aloha.